Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so these are the options available in the accounts like journal voucher, payments and receipts, other vouchers, miscellaneous voucher, PDC deposit. PDC deposit is something like, you know, the PDCs that you issue and receive, that can be managed through the system. The PDC posting can be done through the system. And then comes the report part. In report, we have the GL reports like the cash book, bank book, account ledger, ledger summary, general ledger, trial balance, income statement, profit and loss account, and balance sheet. So for example, the trial balance, we can define the display level in multiple level. Like as I told you that we have options to define the account heads in the chart of account in a tree structure. So till which level you want to reflect that in the trial balance, that you can select the display level here and you can see the report. See here we have many filter options in each report. That this is also available in the clinic management part as well as the pharmacy, inventory and accounts system. In each report you have multiple filter options. So for example, this is, you can see here, it's a format for the trial balance. If you change the display level, you can see that how it is going. I'm just selecting the display level as 2, so it will be showing only the 2 level as per the chart of account defined. Basically we have a 4 level structure in the chart of account. So this is how the reporting comes, and then if you want to export any of this report to any other file format, there is an option to export. Suppose if you want to export to the Excel, you can export the report. Okay, that is about the trial balance. And then we have the other reports like the income statement, profit and loss account, P&L. If you would like to see the profit and loss account, I can show you that as well. See, this is the detailed report. Also can be pulled from the system by selecting the different display level. Detailed format is there. If you want to see the detailed format also, it will show the last year profit and loss. So that can be like a comparison kind of report can be generated in the system. The last year see, this is how it is. So this will help you to compare the profit and loss for the last year and the current year. See, multiple formats we are having. So then how do you track the receivables and payables outstanding, the bill aging analysis? So we do have reports for that as well. Like for example, the receivables, you will have the reports like debtors statement, debtors outstanding bills, then bill wise aging report. We have many reports. As you see in the screen, you can see the aging analysis can be done, like the payment pending for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. Like you will be able to analyze all those aging analysis. This is applicable in the case of debtors as well as the creditors. Again, you can filter for one customer or you can filter for multiple customers. Just as an example, as you see in the screen, you can see that the different customer name and the balance outstanding and up to 30 days what are the payments pending, and it will also show the PDCs in hand, credit limit, credit period. Then the payables also, suppose if you want to see the supplier analysis, the creditors outstanding bills, if you want to take the creditors outstanding bills, you can select one company or you can select all company here. This shows the outstanding bills for the purchases that we made from a pharmacy. You can see the details here. the PDCs reports. If you want to see the PDCs in hand and the PDCs that, so for example, the PDCs register, if there is any, let me check if there is any. The then we have other reports like, see, we have analysis reports, something called MIS reports, which is like, you know, it is analysis for the we can say that this is a managerial information system reports, like account analysis. If you want to do the account analysis, these reports basically, each user can customize the reports. Other than the predefined reports, this reports is something different. You can see that I'm just selecting the period here for the account analysis. See, this is what I'm going to get it from the system. So here you can see the account code, account name, debtor amount, creditor amount, and net amount. Say for example, I want to add the bank name, or I want to add the date or the account group into this. How do I add this? You can see that the check number, if I want to put the check number, I can just put it here. By just simply drag and drop functionality, you can create any kind of report. This is called cube reports. So if I want the voucher date also, I can put the voucher date also here. See, accordingly, each user can create their own kind of reports. So something, if the system, you feel that there are the predefined something is lacking, you can create your own kind of reports, and we will give you the guidance how to create this. And we can add the fields and we can remove the fields from here. Suppose if I want to remove this, I can just simply drag and drop it here. See, the report is generated. So this analysis report, you will get it for not only for the accounts module, for the other modules as well.
If I need please reopen it.
Come again, sir. It's not that audible.
Can you reopen this analysis report?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. If I need to add some columns, not here, not including in this screen, from where you can get this field or this column.
Yeah, exactly. If you want to add to this group also, you can add to this group. See, we have many options here. Field options here. We can add that to this list.
Yeah, okay. Agree.
So which will be very useful for your analysis purpose, and this report actually user wise. So maybe your point of analysis will be in a different way, maybe your colleagues and a point of analysis will be in a different way. So each user can generate their own kind of reports. So this is also there in the pharmacy, inventory, and hospital, I mean the clinic operations side also. You will get this kind of analysis reports.
Related reports, any reports you can import the logo or like this or stamp or.
That is fine, sir. That template. See, once you generate such kind of reports, that template you can save it, and how that to be printed, that format as your requirement we can set it. The printing template will be designed with your hospital logo and details that we can.
Okay, last question. Are there some advanced tools like cash flow, like budget?
Yeah, we do have the cash flow statement. See, here we have the, I will show you this. See the cash flow and fund flow statement available in the system. This is available, and the budgeting also, we have the option for the budgeting.
One by one, please. Related to cash flow, just on this level, in and out, cash in, cash out.
Yeah, this is the in and out.
Okay.
If see, in each report we have the summary and detail. So if you want to pull the detailed report, you can pull the detailed report as well.
this report need or require some setup, or it will be automatically reading from the module?
I didn't. Your
Abdullah, your voice is breaking, sir.
Yeah, your voice is breaking, sir.
Again, please.
Sir, we can't hear you properly. Can you please repeat the question?
Okay. All the information or amount will automatically come here, or the user need to make some setup.
No, sir, your question is something like that. The user should set it or something like that?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, actually, sir, it's a rule-based one. Rakesh.
Yes.
Rakesh, actually, his question is the whether user can set it out or something like that. So you just explained regarding the, according to the user, we can just set it by rule-based.
This is a role-based statement. Actually, this is the system generates the in and out that flow statement from the system by default. It's a predefined report.
Okay.
And then
we can go to budget one.
Yeah, okay. So here this is a budget setting. So here you will be able to select the chart of accounts, and under that, if you want to see under the property, plant and equipment, if you for the medical equipments, if you want to allocate the budget, you will be able to do it here. This is the option. Let me check. It's not enabled. So here actually I need to check this. Actually here we have the chart of accounts. In that you can define the account heads here, and you can put the amount that is monthly budget setting. You can set it here. Month-wise amount you can put it here.
Okay.
Show you this. And then the budget analysis, this is again a report. So here each account you can set the budget here in the budget setting. I don't have sample data here, otherwise check. Do you want to like the data to be entered, or it's fine? Because I need to.
No, it's fine. It's fine. No problem.
Okay.
There is some report make comparison between the budget and the actual.
Yeah, that is what the budget analysis here. In the budget analysis, this is the analysis report it is showing. So in the cube report we can have that comparison report. We can provide you that comparison report.
Okay.
See, this is the debit amount, credit amount, budget amount. See, you can see the last year also it is showing debit and last year.
Okay, it's clear enough. Thank you.
Okay. So if there is any question, you can ask me, sir, related to any other modules or
related to fixed assets and depreciation and all things related to fixed assets.
Yeah, fixed asset. We do have a fixed asset module here, the fixed asset module.
Huh?
which is again integrated with the financial accounting, because automatically the depreciation and all will be calculated and it will be posted to the accounts. And we do have separate option for the asset purchase. So it starts with the asset purchase. Here you can see the asset module. You can give a purchase order for, in suppose if you are buying some equipments, you can, that asset purchase can be treated as separately. You can generate the purchase order from here. Any kind of asset purchase you can. Then yeah, here you will define the asset name, description, the warranty terms, the quantity, rate, discount amount and all. This is for the purchase order that you give to your supplier. Once that is done, then you can make the purchase here. So for example, I will show you this asset. For this asset, there is an option to enter the, this is asset details, where you are putting the asset ID can be auto generated or you can have a manual ID. So for example, this asset, it's a laptop, we are buying it, and the ownership, so for example for the ABC hospital, which is coming under which type also can be defined. You can manage vehicles, office furniture and medical equipments. You can define this, and you can put the warranty terms, expiry date. For example, if it's a vehicle asset, you can put the make, model, chassis number, engine number and all. And then other details like purchase and valuation detail, like the purchase details, the PO reference number, supplier, the purchase amount. So here you can see the asset depreciation details. We are following the weighted average, the straight line method for the asset depreciation. You can define the useful life and the salvage value in the system. Automatically, the system will calculate the net depreciation. So this depreciation, monthly depreciation you can generate, and yearly depreciation you can generate in the system. And even for assets, suppose if you are buying 10 laptops which has got different serial number and you are giving that to 10 doctors, so in that case you can allocate that to each employee. So here you will be having the employee details and the location details as well. The product serial number, department, you can select which department. Then you can select the employee details, like which employee you are allocating this asset. And in addition to that, other information, like if there is, for example, the vehicle, the registration details, so the registration number, expiry date, insurance policy details, their expiries, and images. You can attach the image of that asset. And if there is any documents related to the purchase or that asset also can be, maybe some contract or maintenance contract details you can attach in the document also. This is asset register, we can say. Then we have few other options also, like asset transfer. Say for example, the asset is transferred, moving from one department to another department. That also can be tracked in the system. The right of asset value additions and deletion, like you have purchased a truck and you are adding some extra to that asset value addition and deletion also. This is a master where you define all the details, like the asset register. You can see the asset register here, and the related reports, like asset valuation reports, asset valuation detail reports, asset register. You can see the asset register. I will show you asset valuation report. Check the detail report. Let me check, because it was. See this I just opened another exe, that's it. So here you can see the detail line. You will get the details of near expiry, expired item. It also maintains the expiry details of the assets. See the transactions. Hope I have some reports here. See, for example, you can see here the asset details with the asset ID, the acquisition cost, opening book value, accumulated depreciation, which is showing, the net book value also showing in this report. And again, here you can see the monthly depreciation. And the total also you will get it. There are 10 pages here. 10 pages here. If you see the last page, you will get the total. It's fine, sir. Asset inventory details you can have. This is asset register, the purchase related reports, asset purchase related reports, transfer report. Suppose some asset has been moved from one department to another, that details you will be getting it from the system. And the repair and maintenance also, if some amount that we are spending for, say for example, the vehicle repair and maintenance, that also, or for the medical equipment maintenance. This is just an example, it is showing the vehicle details. And this system, this is integrated with the finance, as I informed earlier, and you will be getting the depreciation value, asset valuation, you will be getting in the finance system.
Let's talk about the setup and about how to reflect or calculate the monthly depreciation.
How to calculate the depreciation?
Monthly depreciation.
Monthly depreciation. So the monthly depreciation, the system will generate it automatically. You can see here in the asset valuation, you have the asset valuation. Automatically,
but need at least one action from the user. No.
One action from the user. That means you are telling the monthly depreciation posting, right? To the finance.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is an asset valuation process is there. Once the asset valuation process is done, you can post the monthly depreciation.
Great.
So it will be reflecting in the finance.
Okay. Okay, give me just a small idea about the setup of fixed assets. For example, I need to make 4 or 5 groups, one for vehicle, one for equipment, one for furniture, like this.
Okay. That means that
from where I can create a new group.
Yeah, that creating new group department and all will be in the master. You can define different departments here. See.
Not department for the hospital, a group of assets.
Okay. Asset type you are asking?
Yeah. It's called asset type. Okay.
Yeah, asset type you can define it here. It is again, it is like a tree structure. You can.
Also, I can define a percentage of depreciation upon master level. Yeah.
Exactly. Here, when you define the asset, here you can see I will show you here itself. You can see that when you define it, there is asset type master. When you define the equipments, you can see here the equipments are for motor vehicles. You see the motor vehicles, the depreciation method, straight line, salvage value, depreciation percentage, and useful life years. You can fix for that group. It's available, and accordingly it will take when you put the asset. Say for example, under motor vehicles, if you buy any asset, say for example, if the company is buying a car, so it will automatically take this depreciation percentage and useful life.
Okay, good.
Here you can see the code, description, and the category. This is under vehicle. The category comes. So these all masters, you have the options to create different grouping you can do in the system.
If I need to create any new assets, when I choose the type of vehicle, for example, all details will come in automatically, yeah?
Come again, sir?
All details for depreciation percentage or like this will be coming automatically from the master plan.
It will be coming from what we have defined in the master. It will be taking those values automatically. So your task will be easy. You will be just selecting this new asset comes under which category.
Okay, great.
Yeah, so the default value will come. We have
from my side, not input.
Okay, we have full module like here. What required for a hospital? We have the full module like the HMIS accounts, pharmacy for the medicine, and inventory for the hospital asset. The consumables, and then asset, payroll. Yeah, and Visa Medical, that is Visa Medical. Maybe you know this. So these are the full modules of the hospital we are having, and the doctors module. Doctors module, we have the module for the doctors, nurses, radiologists, and the system like the lab equipment interfacing and PACS, picture archiving system, the radiology imaging options. We have the full functionality required for a hospital.
Okay, what about HR?
Yeah, HR is the payroll part, sir. The payroll module.
Including in payroll module?
I will show you what we cover in this.
Okay, this.
See, this is a payroll module. When you log into the system, same like an expiry details like the passport, the employee personal detail like the passport, visa expiry, labor card expiry, and the expiry details for the employer related documents, vehicle and company related documents. Say for example, the company's trade license or the vehicle Mulkia, the registration expiry, these details, you will get it. And here in the transaction, we have the options like you can define the employee details like employee master setting, where you define the employee's details with their photograph and their personal details, their company information, they are working under which department, what is the designation, all those information, their salary related, the payroll related details like the basic pay, allowances and deductions, and their payment mode like bank payment, if it is bank payment, the bank account details, insurance details, their medical leave, annual leave, gratuity. These all are rule based. We can define as per the country's labor rule. And along with the employee details, we can have the employees like what if the overtime rate. We have normal OT special overtime, incentives rate, and we have the documents. We can scan and attach all the passport or any employee related documents, and we are tracking the issue and receipt register of the documents, document issue and so this is employee master setting, and even the employee dependent details you can fill it here, and then the designation loan master. Suppose you provide some personal loan to the employee, that also can be tracked in the system. Transaction level, you can manage their leaves and their personal record change, something if you give some increment to the employee over the period, so the system keeps track of all the changes, additions and reductions for that one particular employee. That is the personal record change. And the leave entry, suppose the employee is taking a leave, we can define the different leave types. It's like a compensatory or what kind of leave it is, and who is approving the leave. The leave provisional view, we have the leave provisional view details. Each employee's encashed leave, accumulated leave, what is the balance available leaves, those information. We can define, we can take reports employee wise data, we can take, or all together. What is the balance leave available? We have leave provision also, like you can leave provisional view also, you can leave planner we have in the system. Then the salary payroll related, like the attendance can be captured through a biometric device integration, fingerprint device integration, or it can be exported from an Excel file, or manual time sheets we can keep in the system. So end of the day, every day you will be marking the attendance, or the system will be taking the attendance data from the biometric device, and the salary processing date you will be just generating the payroll here, the payroll generation. Within a single click you can generate the payroll. So once the payroll is generated, if there is any modification, you can do it through edit payroll, and once every changes that we have made, then the month-end payroll process. After the month-end payroll process, the payroll will be blocked. Further modification, the system will not allow. You can process the payroll. You can process like employee group wise. We can say, for example, certain selected group payroll you want to process. You can do that. Then we have the reports related to the HR module, like the time card checklist, employee related, like employees documents history report, loan report, liability report. There are many reports we have included, and even if you require some additional reports also, that can be created in the system, because if the data is there, we can generate a report as well. Like payroll report, if you want to see the payroll report, I can show you the payroll report. Just a sample. Again, the reports can be customized. Here, this is one format. For each employee, the days worked, sick leaves, absent days, annual days, overtime hours, basic pay, all the allowances and deductions. See the total. In the last page, you will be getting the net total amount. And the settlement, the full and final settlement for the employees, gratuity settlement, leave settlement, you can do through the system itself. There are multiple filter options we have given in each report. You can see this. So these are the options available in the payroll module. Hello.
This is with you.
Yeah. Any questions?
Just like thinking about the two things, small things. One for annual vacation.
Okay.
The second one for loans or employee loans. If this is covered in this module or no?
Loans.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have an option for the loans and advances here. See, it can be the loan type can be, if it's a loan or advance. Advance will be deducting from the next month's salary, and loan will be, we can have different tenure for that, like the total monthly installment for the loan pay, if you are deducting monthly basis. we have those options in the system.
Okay, great. Related to annual vacation.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, this will be through the like the system will show you the annual what is their eligible days for the vacation and the amount for that. If you select any employee, it will show in this settlement, the leave settlement. So here you can select the type of settlement. It is an annual leave. You can, or it's a different type can be defined, like it's a termination, resignation, or annual leave. And you will select one employee here. Automatically it will show the total worked days, eligible leave days, leave taken days. So all those information the system will calculate. Even if you fix the air ticket fare, that also will be taken. And then if there is any changes required or some miscellaneous or some elements, extra elements that you are giving some additional, that also can be through the system, you can maintain that. So once it is done, include in the payroll and generate it, you are ready to go with the annual leave settlement. Here it is showing the net pay including air ticket fare. So this is how you do. And even in the system, you can see there is something called grade. We can classify the employees under different grades. Say for example, the top management or the doctors, you want to put it in a separate grade. And for that grade, if you want to give a common basic pay, common allowances and deductions, you can define like grade wise. Or employee to employee, if it changes, you can override that as well. So in this, it is showing the joining date and the last leave date also it is showing. The system will generate. And here in the document management, here we have the document management. The document management, which is suppose if the passport or any document that you are receiving from the employee, that receipt, and when you issue to the employee also, you can manage in the system. You can generate an acknowledgement in the system itself. When you receive some, say for example, for this employee, the passport you have issued. When you receive this document through the system, you can receive this document. It will generate a receipt number and who received the information and save it. The system will record the register for the document in and out. And each document you can put some issue date and expiry date. Automatically the document you will get a reminder for the expiries of documents.
Can you hear me, Mr. Rakesh?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I want to ask about time attendance integration.
Yes.
Attendance message integration.
Yes, time and attendance.
And shifts. If we are working, if we are using 3-4 shifts, how to manage the shifts and the time attendance integration?
Time and attendance integration, what we recommend that we are recommending 2 sets of device, like one for the in punching and one for the out punching.
One for what?
One for the time in and one for the time out.
2 different machines.
2 different machines, what we are recommending, because you know sometimes there can be a problem with the in and out. So in the practical scenario, what we are following a method of 2 different machines, one for the in punching and one for the out punching. So we will be clearly understood that the data taking from this machine, machine 1 will be the in punching and machine 2 will be out punching, so that we can easily manage the multiple shifts.
Mr. Abdullah, why we recommend 2 machines for in and out separately is to get the accurate data. In the case of hospitals, it is something like that. Sometimes it will be 24/7. So there are a lot of shift and there is a chance for overlapping of data. You understood? So for that, we refer clients to maintain two machines, which one will record the in and one will record the out.
Okay, but this will be automatically integrated with our database. With
Yes, sir.
HMIS
It will be
Yes,
automatically integrated with the, yeah, integration will be automatically. We will take the attendance data from the device and it will automatically come to this.
So most likely it's open for us to choose or to pick any time attendance machine. You don't recommend or you don't stick to specific.
Actually, we recommend a device because which can be seamlessly integrated with our payroll solution, which is called Virdi. Virdi is the brand what we are commonly using here, which is a durable and reliable one. Because there are many.
Can you please email us all details about this?
Sure. Abdullah, I will mail to Saad. I will mail to Saad regarding the equipment name.
Okay, I'm Saeed talking. This is not Abdullah. This is Saeed.
Yeah, Saeed, I will mail you. No issues.
Okay.
Yeah, we can give you all those details.
Okay, I have two different questions. Before you were unable to hear me, so I signed out and signed in many times. But now I will list my questions in brief.
Okay.
I wanted to ask about inventory purchasing, consumable purchasing, stock control, how we can receive proposals, go to the purchasing cycle from purchase order to be confirmed purchase order for invoicing, receiving items, and then issuing items, either we are talking about consumables, medicines, or any other items. So I need you to show us the cycle of purchasing and inventory control.
Fine.
The last question will be that we need to talk more details about the posting rules and the GL controls, the posting rule between the hospital or the medical center and GL. As an example, visiting the patient, giving XYZ to the patient, doctor to diagnose the patient, X-rays, etc., to be migrated or to be calculated in one invoice, then to be posted to the GL. I need you to show us more details about GL control. As you know, we will be planning for dimensional analysis, cost center analysis. We need to know how many X-rays, how many XYZ, how many doctor visits. So this to be controlled by the GL, the GL posting rule. So I need you to show us more details about the.
Okay.
15-20 minutes talking about this functionalities, how we can change, how we can define the profit centers, the cost centers. So I have questions now: inventory purchasing, inventory control and issuing, then GL controls and managing the medical center or the hospital transactions.
Fine.
These are my two questions. I don't think that I will have more questions for today, but I want to see more details about these two areas.
All right, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Well, you guys have a details right now. Well, if it go like this means I will be talking myself now.
Okay, sir. Here in the hospital management system, we have two inventory modules. Like one is for the pharmacy inventory and one is for the clinic inventory. Suppose if you are maintaining a central store concept, if you have a central store concept, all the purchases for the consumables as well as the medicine, you can have a central store, and from the store you can issue to the pharmacy, or if the pharmacy purchases separate, we can have both these options in the system. So in the inventory control, here you will have the complete procurement cycle as what you have requested. So once you log into the inventory control system, you will have the master data where you will define the stock grouping, agency, the manufacturer details, the stock master. You will have all the stock master here. So for example, this is, you can see one item, the item and the supplier details and the costing, I mean the retail price details, all those information you will define in the master. Here you can have the supplier details, generic. If it's a medicine, it will be more clear. I will show you that. So for example, this is one medicine. So the units of the medicine, if it has a multi-unit, you can have multiple units for the item. So once you define the item details, then you are allowed to go for the transaction. So other masters, like you can also create the customer and supplier details. So here comes to the procurement cycle. You can have the purchase order, local purchasing, and if you have a foreign purchase, you can keep it as separately like a foreign purchase, and if there is any purchase return. And you will get all the reports related to the purchase. Like
Rakesh, 1 second. Rakesh, 1 second. I hope Saab got disconnected.
okay. Hello.
Yeah, hello. Rakesh,
I think yeah, disconnected.
he is not connected yet. Yeah, I just sent him a WhatsApp message.
Okay.
I'm just waiting for his response. Yeah, he'll be in within 1 minute. Just ask to wait.
Yeah, he has reached.
Hello.
Hello, sir. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm back. Sorry for this. Just so fast.
No problem. So here I was just telling about the procurement. So here in the procurement, you will be having the purchase order. You can generate a purchase order from the system itself. So here it will be showing the multiple warehouses. System is having multiple warehouses. So here it is showing if you are maintaining a central store or a main store, you can make all the purchases through that main store and then you can transfer to other departments.
Okay.
So here, for example, this is one purchase order entry. I can show you. Yeah. So here you will select your supplier and you will select the items what you want to buy, and then you can generate the purchase order. And against the purchase order, you will receive the purchase entry.
Can we go through approval cycle?
Okay, you have the because the system right now what I am showing you it is not having the approval functionality. You have the purchase order approval authorization.
Yes. Just let me assure you something. Most likely we are not looking for 100% accurate or 100% supply chain and financial system. The features you show to us most likely will be enough to start with your system, but most likely we do care about the HIS part, not about the financial part, the purchasing part, or the approval part, HR part. Yes, this will be adding value to your system. So once it's not available, once there is a workaround, this will be enough. This will be enough. We are not looking for a dedicated ERP system, very complex ERP system. Yes, we can start with what is available in your system. Once I'm asking about XYZ, if it's available or the function is available, it will be an added value. But if it's not available, this doesn't mean that we will be upset or sad from your software. We like your software. Most likely, top management, the CEO and Prof. Parasad, the two gurus, the CEO and the owner, will be in a detailed demo in the next week or maybe after 10 days. And I will recommend your solution,
Okay.
and I already recommended your solution, but I need you to convince them about this solution from the HIS part, from the medication part, not from the supply chain cycle or GL. We will judge the GL, and we can judge that. We can start with this. And this is enough for us. Once I'm asking about supply chain cycle, asking about finance, if the function is not available, just please advise a workaround or tell us what we can do in this issue. As an example, we will need approvals. Yes, once we are talking about purchasing, we will be purchasing in millions. Small purchases, okay, we can manage it without approvals, but complex and huge amount purchase orders to be approved from 2-3 persons, workflows, not only from one person. If you have a workaround for this, this will be adding real values. If there is no workaround, we will think about customization maybe later on, or maybe we will use a paperwork approval or notifications, emails to approve this. But for now, this is great. This is enough. Just I need you to think with us as one part, one team, one. Me and Abdullah and you, we will be one team. Okay, to find the best way to implement the solution. Approvals, yes, will be needed, but it's not a disadvantage or real disadvantage. Okay, if it's not available, just we need to agree with management how we will be managing the approvals without your system.
Okay, I got it.
We need, if you have workaround, if it's possible to customize this, okay, just please suggest. Yeah, it's not for the approval cycle only. It's for all cases. Once your system is not covering XYZ, I need your workaround. I need you to be honest with us, and we already recommended your solution. So such points will not be killing your opportunity to deal with us.
Okay, I got it, sir, and it's very good to hear that you are very transparent to this, and even I would suggest you that, sir, certain customization we can do it actually. And what I feel from my experience, we are touching to many hospitals here, so the scenarios will be the hospital workflow will be moreover it will be common to everyone, and minor tweaking is required in some cases. When we talk about the approval or functionality, when we do have the approval facility in the system as well. We can provide you that, and we will be cooperating in that way, like minor things which will give you more mileage to in the operational side. We are ready to do that as well. And what I expect, I don't think we would require more customization, because all those scenarios that we are addressing, because it's a complete package of the hospital information, and we are catering to the hospital with multi-branches, multi-tenants atmosphere we are working it. And we do have a complete procurement cycle. We do have a complete revenue cycle management also in the system. It's a matter of how we link, as you said, you rightly said that how we link the GL, how it is going to affect the account mapping, all these things that we have to define. That is only one-time job. What we as a team we can do it. We can set it up how to the account posting should be, and what kind of reports to be, and how the balance sheet it should be. These kind of formatting and setup account settings that we can do in the system. We can do that. And the feature wise, what a hospital, suppose your hospital is required the IP, OP, and inventory control, and the medical related details like the EMR. nurses module, radiologist. We have the full solution actually, including the laboratory equipment integration. Wherever we can have more automation, we have. And if something is lacking, without affecting the basic structure of the system, if we can provide the minor tweaking, we are fine with that. Fine with it. We can provide you that. So basically, the procurement, yeah.
Continue, please. Continue.
Yeah, even the approval level, I got your concern that approval level, we have the approval mechanism like to certain amount wise, multiple level approval option we can provide. That certain extent, for example, for 10,000, one user will be approved, or if it is more than 50,000, 2 users can be approved. Like that approval mechanism we can bring into the system. So this is a procurement part where we have the purchase order, local purchase, foreign purchase, and purchase return. And we have one more thing like which is called demand forecasting. Demand forecasting option. The system actually suggests you how much quantity you have to buy for another 3 months or 6 months or 1 month based on your previous transaction. So this is something like a demand forecasting tool in the system. Accordingly, you can make a purchase. Say for example, based on your past sales or based on your consumption, how much quantity you need to have in your stock. The system is suggesting this, and this you can convert to as a purchase order. You can make a purchase. But again, this is an indication to the user. If you want to override that, there is a provision for overriding this. So once the purchase is done, once you made the purchase, your stock is updated. Then we have options like here you can see the department. So at the department inventory, how do we manage in the system? You can have a department-wise inventory tracking where the department, say for example, the nurses station, they require some item. They can raise a requisition. Raise a requisition from, say for example, if it's a special care unit, I can raise a requisition here, and it can be what kind of items do I require. It's like a hospital consumables or instruments or lab items or medicines. Then I can request to the department, I can request to main store or ABC pharmacy. I will have multiple warehouses. You have options to create multiple warehouses. Again, against that you can request what item you require. So against the requisition, you can issue the items. You will have the pending request here. So you will have the pending request from different departments, and against the requisition you can issue the items. If that is available in your stock, you can directly issue, and if it has a batch and expiry, you can select the batch and expiry of items. The batch and expiry tracking we do have at the time of purchase as well. When you make a purchase, the system stock is updated with the batch and expiry, and at the time of dispensing or issuing the item, you can select from which batch you want to dispense or issue the item. And here you can see that at this level we have an approval. So here you can see this is not approved, and before issuing the item, if the management wants to approve, you have the approval option here. See, now it is approved and transferred.
Boss, one question please.
Yes, sir.
Can we save attachments, approval letters, management signatures? Is it possible to save PDF, Word documents, pictures? some screens?
Right now, we don't have that document attachment facility in the system. At this level, we don't have the document attachment option now.
Okay, no worries. Okay.
And once it is issued, the concerned department can accept it.
Rakesh.
Yes.
Yeah, 1 second. Rakesh, what was the question from Mr. Saad? He need a
Document attachment option.
document.
Yeah.
For example, at the time of approval, he need that document. One physical document should be attached.
Yes.
And sir, is it something like that? You want to know who approved and when it is approved? Something like that?
Yes. Maybe we have 2-3 approvals. Okay.
Okay. No, actually, the system, as I mentioned, when you take the reports, it will be mentioned in the reports who approved which date and what time.
But this most likely the approvals will be outside the system. Will not be using the system.
I got it.
Maybe 2-3 approvals. Maybe 2-3 approvals will be there, not one approval.
Yeah, physical approval will be there. Okay, sir. Okay.
Another question: Is it possible to add comment fields, and to maybe the one who will enter or who will push the approval button will document what happened?
Yeah, that is already, you can put it in the remarks. You can put the approval comments in
In every approval part, there will be a remark column, which is a communicative window. You can just type the narrations there and it will be reflected there.
How many characters we can add here?
It's Rakesh, please show that.
The exact number of characters I need to check, but this is like it's a parameter that we can have more fields also if you require.
If you want to increase, we can increase.
Okay, thank you.
So this is how you manage the inventory between the departments. Like from the store, you will issue to the department and the department will receive it, and after that the department will consume it. So now it is updating. I am receiving from the store, so it will be added to my stock. And then we can have the consumption entry. So here you can either scan the item when you consume it. Again, here you can have the details like the batch number, expiry, and against which service you are consuming this item.
So the system can suggest or advise which batch number to use first. Yes.
Yeah, because on top, if you have multiple batches, by default it will come to like which is going to expire soon, the short expiry item, so that you can consume it.
Okay.
So the multiple batches, you will be having a selection option. This batch selection option, even time of dispensing, like I mean the sales and other areas, we have the batch and expiry option. So stock in and out will be tracked through the batch and expiry. Then you will get the reports also here, the requisition register, issue register, receipt register, consumption register, department issue and receipt analysis. Again, this is a cube report, analysis report, you will get it. This is what. And then in the system we have the expiry management. Suppose in your stock something has expired, that you can move from your running warehouse to an expiry warehouse, and against the items what you have kept in the expiry warehouse, you can get a return from your supplier or a replacement or a compensation, or you can dispose the items. So this is how we are managing the expiry of the items in the system. So I hope that part is clear now, the procurement and the consumption and the expiry management. Then
Yes.
Yeah, and then we have the stock related reports here. Like we have the stock report, stock list, stock ledger, stock movement, stock position. That is to batch wise. Then MIS reports here we have inventory movement analysis, fast moving, slow moving. Those reports we are getting here. Stock aging analysis as well. So in each module there is, in the setup we have the data management, account posting. So here we are defining the details. This is how the ledger where it should be getting posted. So this we have here, like in the HMIS solution, like in the clinic module, what I have shown you the registration bill. I can show you that. Can I come to your second question, sir? Like the accounts, how it is managed in the system. This part is clear now?
Yes, yes. GL controls. GL controls. Posting rules. How to create or to change to build the posting rule. This is my question.
Okay. So in each module we will be having an option here. Say for example, this is a HMIS module where you will make the inpatient billing, charge sheet, registration, service billing and all. So here in the data management we have the account posting. So in account posting we have the account mapping. So in account mapping you can see the account heads here, like the credit income account. These numbers what it is showing from the chart of accounts defined in the financial module. So here we can define, see for example the lab services should go to which account, the cash income and the credit income, the consultations, the medicines and consumables. Yeah, we can have this separately, like IP and OP separately. FOB means that front office billing, and IP you can have separately. Even the IP consultations here you can see IP billing, and this is the normal consultation front office normal OP billing. So that you can post it to different accounts. So it will affect the corresponding ledgers in the finance. Any questions here, sir?
Abdullah, do you have any question about this?
Hello.
Hello.
You hear me? Hello.
Hello. Yeah, I'm hearing Mr.
Yes, yes. Just I have a small question. If you can give us some idea about the privilege, how to determine the privilege for users.
User privileges.
Yeah.
Yeah, user privileges in each, here you can see the user administration. In the user administration module, the administrative user will be having all, because we have defined different users and you can define the user privileges here. Say for example, this user, I have defined the user type as administrator. You can have the normal user, administrative user and power user. 3 different user type, and the administrator user can give permissions and access rights to other users. And even at the administrative level, if you want to inactive some user, you can inactive the user, and the password settings and all you can see it here. So each functionality, say for example the front office module, you are giving access to this user, only the front office functionality you can give front office module access. Again that you can give permissions rights like addition or edit permission, delete, or just view permission. You can give different type of user rights. So if you are giving just view, they will be able to view and they are not able to make any addition or deletion.
Thank you.
Yeah. So in the finance side, if you have any queries, please you can just ask me, sir.
From my side, no, Mr. Saeed.
Maybe I need more details. I was expecting your questions to be about the posting rule, the GL control, Abdullah, but thank you that you asked about the privilege and administration management. Now I want to see how we can affect GL after calculating or during serving or diagnosing patients. As an example, patient X came to our hospital. Let us say he was an outpatient. After a few hours or a few minutes, we decided to bring him to be an inpatient, and we served him. We reserved the room for 2 days. We gave him XYZ X-rays as an example, laboratory testing, and after that he will go out either with insurance or without insurance. He will pay us, or the insurance may pay us XYZ. How this will affect or will be calculated in our GL? How this will be affecting our GL? Maybe I saw something called mapping rule, or in ERP we are calling this posting rules. This is what I care about. This I want to see or to follow up a full cycle. Outpatient became inpatient, and we served him with XYZ services. Then how to calculate the total and how we will be affecting the GL. Affecting GL in total or in details. Oh. This is what I do care about. Okay. I need. Yes, I don't need to affect the GL by a total number or lump sum. I need to understand the categories or what exactly we paid, from where we got this 10 or 5,000. This is the idea. I need to follow up a full cycle, a full scenario, a data flow scenario to see how this will be affecting GL. It's not to see how we are managing this inside the HIS. It's just to focus upon the GL controls, the GL effects.
Okay, if you are looking at revenue cycle, what I can do, I will show you how it is affecting. Like I'll try to do it. Like I'll register a patient. Now I'm just say, for example, the patient came to the clinic or the hospital, so we are going to register as for a GP doctor. So automatically the GP doctor consultation charges, here you can see I put like 7 riyal for the consultation. It's a cash patient, actually it's a cash patient. Okay, now I have prepared the consultation bill. Okay, say for example, this patient, we are providing some services as well. So here I am making some OP service billing. For example, urine sugar. I will put some chest X-ray. So again, I'm making a 10 riyal cash bill for this patient. if you want to see the posting, I can show you how it is coming and how it is going to the accounts now. I can do a posting of these bills now.
Yes, please.
Okay. I'm just updating the accounts. Okay, so the same patient we will also change as IP. Mr. Nishad, hello.
Yes.
Nishad,
Yeah.
I think because I just need to check the posting before I show to Mr. Saad and Abdullah, because
Okay.
because the posting I have to just check from my side once.
Okay. You
So,
check it.
so can we have another session for this so that I can prepare the full cycle, because I was not prepared for the full cycle. I was just
Okay, no problem, no problem. No problem. The concerned person is Mr. Saad.
Yes.
Yeah, actually the concerned person taken of the senior accounts part is not available in the office right now.
No, Mr. Nishad, actually that is not the case. Actually, we the complete cycle, the revenue cycle, if we want to show, we have to have the full integrated, that we have to test it once from our side, which is
Okay.
okay. So that's why,
No,
because
when you
I was assuming that we will be showing only the IP part and the
Okay.
yeah. So if it is
Okay.
revenue cycle we want to show, we can show, definitely we can show the posting, how it is going
Okay.
and how it is affecting in the accounts, that we can show
Okay.
it. But just let us test it from our side once and show to them. That would be appropriate. Right?
Okay, how much time you required?
That what I suggest you, if we can make it tomorrow, that would be fine, because
No problem.
we
No
have
problem.
to test the full cycle.
No problem. No problem.
Take your time, even tomorrow, the day after, at any time. Once it's ready, maybe we can see it
No
in
problem. No problem.
15, 20 minutes.
Yeah,
No
fine.
problem.
No problem, sir. That we can show it.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Sir, anything else now?
I can see a charge sheet bottom. Can you just show it or tell us what this is exactly?
Yeah, Rakesh, just show him the chart sheet.
Charge sheet. Okay. So this is a sample of chart sheet where you will be able to see the services, as well as if there is you can see all the services here to the chart sheet. I think the printout.
Sir, these are the requested services.
This is actually coming from the EMR. If the doctor has prescribed, requested for some service, it will be available here, the pending service request. We can select it and load to the chart sheet.
Hello.
Yes, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. So anything more for today?
Thank you, really appreciate it. This added real values to me and to Abdullah.
Okay.
Just please, once possible, share the recorded sessions. We had 2 sessions. If possible, please share them with us. Next steps will be to see the GL or the posting rules. The last step will be that we agreed with top management or with Mr. Tim. He will be the general manager for Harley Street. He requested to see a demo. He's a doctor. He initiated many medical centers. He managed many big hospitals in UK. He is also in UK up to now. With Prof. Parasat, both requested to see a detailed demo. Most likely they are busy, and in a 1-week vacation, we are expecting something in the next weeks. Up to that time, we need your implementation plan, and we need to understand what exactly is requested from us, what you request from us. Okay, what is requested to start the project or to deliver the project. Maybe in between you will need XYZ from Harley Street, not from your side. Master data, XYZ details. This to be shared with the project plan, please, if possible. And tomorrow, the day after, anytime this week, don't rush. We can wait. This is to be happened before the final demo with Mr. Tim and Parasat.
No problem, no problem.
Yeah, the posting rule to be shown at any time before. Don't rush. Take your time. Any time this week will be enough or will be good for us. So thank you very much for your time. Really appreciate it. This added real value to us. And honestly, there is a big chance to your company, to your staff, to be our partner in this project. And hopefully we will work together in this. I will tell you my concerns. I will tell you management concerns. We will be transparent with you. As an example, number of consultants, availability in Qatar. We can solve this together on later stages.
No problem.
Okay. Thank you all. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your efforts. Really appreciate it, and see you soon, inshallah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Abdullah.
Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Okay. Rakesh.
Nishad.
ശരി, ക്ലോസ് ചെയ്താൽ ഞാൻ നിന്നെ വിളിക്കാം.
ഓക്കെ, ശരി.
I'll call you.